Hey everybody, it's your old Muppet cartoon pal, Sequestered Guy. Yes, we're quarantined. And I'm missing you guys so much. I've asked my buddy and studio manager and all of that, Richie, who is holding the phone and the camera right now, to be here with me. Yes, we are a safe distance apart. At least 10 years, I think. I got about 10 years on them. And as you can see, look, we've set up my booth right here in the studio for you. And we've got the pull-ups and the whole thing. I wanted to be, oh, look, I finished this. I got this for you guys. Rock on no matter what. And we've got a whole bunch of artwork and pops and all kinds of stuff. Now, one thing that I want to tell you is that Richie is holding the camera. So I'm not going to be able to read your messages and stuff, you know, as they come through. So the voice that you hear will not be a ghost from a Scooby-Doo cartoon. Or Abbott and Costello hold that ghost or something. It'll be Richie. And Richie will be, you know, letting me know how you're enjoying things. I'm going to draw you a whole bunch of pictures. I'm going to draw on some pops and tell you some stories. And if you've heard them already, because you've seen, you know, seen me at the cons and stuff, remember that there are lots and lots of people that haven't heard these stories. So, you know, don't go, oh, not this again. You know, that's what I get from Tiffany or Victoria or somebody, you know, that's working with me, you know, sitting at the con, because they've got to hear these stories like 40 times a day, because you guys always ask me, you know, the same thing. What's Jim Henson really like? You know, how did I, you know, what things did I do with Warner Brothers? You know, do you really draw the Pink Panther? Hey, do you really draw the Pink Panther? Yes, I do. And I'm going to show you how to do that. But first, let's say that you just came up to me at the con. Let's see, I want to find a Sharpie. Rich, I'm going to walk away for a minute. You just show them stuff. I want to find a good Sharpie. Hang on one second. Guy, you're not prepared. We thought we were totally prepared, and then I went off script, as I am wont to do. Okay, so, a lot of times if you're a little kid, and you come up to the table, and you're looking at all the artwork, because we have all this cool artwork in this book. So you're looking at all the art, and and you go, oh, turtles. So then I will, let's say, you know, your dad or your mom is buying $200 worth of stuff from me, and they're not buying anything for you. You know who you are. Anyway, I'll say, okay, well, put your hand down on the table. Rich, put your hand down on the table. And I'll make you a little tattoo. So you guys that have been at the cons, is this familiar? Familiar to you? Turtle power. You know, he draws it upside down. You're going to have to get that completely sanitized and, you know, not get that tattooed, you know, right now. You know, during quarantine. Turtle power. Okay. Hey, while I'm drawing turtles, I'll tell you what. Oh, I said I would draw. Okay, come on.
Before you draw Pink Panther, say hi to Jason, Kip, Amy, Dwayne, Richard, and Mike.
All of you, or as you're better known, the Rolling Stones. It's so good for you to join us. Yay. Okay. Pink Panther. Because I know I will space, I will forget. We've got some requests. We've got Pink Panther, and we've got Super Grover. By the way, you guys, if you want any of the drawings that I'm doing here, or you can, or if you just want to say, hi, we love you, and tip me $1, we'll take it. And you can do that through PayPal, and the PayPal address is Guy Gilchrist Music at gmail.com. And anyway, so I'm going to take my fancy drawing implement here. Oh, and wait a minute. Wait. Oh, the suspense. The suspense. I forgot this. Wait. Just. Okay, watch that. Watch the blank piece of paper. The blank piece of paper will magic. Okay, I needed my magic eraser. Okay, here we go. So, I use really incredibly, expensive art supplies that you have to climb the Himalayas to get. No, I don't. I still use the same. So I'm drawing an oval first. And now, I have the Pink Panther looking this way. And his eyes are coming up out of that oval. I'm wanting that a little bit larger. See, I draw really, really light. I hope you can see. I draw really, really light. When I first start drawing, here's to you. Here's to all of us. Okay. Now, here we go. This is my version of inking. I use a Premier or a Prismacolor pencil. And I'm doing my finish line with this. And you might see subtle changes in the drawing as I go along. Yeah, I'm going to do this change. I'm going to have him looking at you. And bring his eyes a little closer together. Give him that little sophisticated, snarky look that he has. By the way, we call this cartoon physics. The eyebrows just dancing in midair. Here's to you. I'll give him a big diamond ring on that finger right there. Always looking for a laugh or a little nod or something in the drawing. Always, always, always. Martini on your couch. Okay, you cool cats that asked me for this. There. And then, see, before I color it and all of that, I'll now go in with the new rubber eraser. I'll erase. Don't fall down over there. And then it comes out nice and clean. And I can color it. Oh, look. His pupil almost came out of his eye. Finish that up. Okay. I am now going to change things up a little bit. You guys have been seeing how I have been drawing on pops the entire week. The last, I don't know, 4 or 5 days or something like that, I've been drawing on pops. And you don't get a chance to really see me do that unless you're at a con. I have a couple of Donatello pops here. I'm going to do one for you. Let's do a turtle. Okay, Donnie, let's see what you got. And I think on this one, I may even do Donnie and Raphael. I'm not really sure. Let's just see how much room I have. See, so I've taken the toy out, and we flattened it. And if you guys ever are at the shows with me, you know what we do. And that way, you see, I can draw over the crease. It's easier. The thing about these is, you noticed I did construction lines on that Pink Panther drawing. By the way, if anybody wants that drawing, we'll do like $20 for it, and you can send the PayPal, and I can sign it for you and all of that. By the way, if anybody wants these pops, these will be for sale. I have the toys. And you can mail these to you. And they're normally $50, but we've all got to stick together and stuff. So I'll tell you what, I'll just go $40. And we will mail it to you. Okay, right now that could be any turtle, right? Okay, let's turn it into Donnie. Remind me maybe on the next one or something like that. I can give a few art lessons while we're at it, in case any of you know how I do this. Okay, so we've got the black down. And now, that. I'll kind of cheat a little bit there. All right. I'm going to try to keep the coloring somewhat light out here because I'd like you'd still be able to see the toy a bit. You know, when I first started doing these, I was scared to death because you can't draw these out, before you start drawing them, and you're basically drawing with a oil brush pen right onto plastic. But it kind of reminded me of a couple of things, sort of, drawing at fairs and things like that when I was a real little boy, and reminded me of that, and it also reminded me of very, very, very old school when I was first trying to learn how to be an animator, which I never really did become an animator, but I animated a few things, and I've worked on a ton animated stuff, but as a storyteller and a director and all of that, I'm not an animator. It reminded me, though, of when I used to buy the cells as a kid, and I would actually be inking right on the cell and then taking pictures with this old camera that I set up on a tripod, and you would click, 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 click the frames. And I'd try to time it out. Do a pencil test first. Then I put the pencil down on the pegs, put the plastic over it, start inking. The only difference is that the black line would be in ink, and then you'd flip it over after it dried, and you would paint the backside. On these, you just paint.
Davy Jones says he's taking notes.
Hi, Davy. How are the ants doing? Hope you're doing well, buddy. Yeah, he's down in Texas, and we were supposed to be down in Texas in about a week or two, but as you guys know, we're not going to be anywhere except here, and that's why I'm doing this, so that we can be together. I love hanging out with you guys, and I miss it. I mean, I talk to so many of my touring friends, and we all miss it. I miss, all the love and, the camaraderie and meeting you guys, seeing some of you, many, 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 many times. Okay, I'm going to try to put a Raphael, a little tiny Raphael on this. Let's see. I got the colors. I got red. Let's see if I can put a little Raphael on here somewhere. Let me see. Do, 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 do. Can he do it? Yeah, he can. Double your pleasure, double your fun. Two turtles. I know. I wish you could draw those in your sleep. What makes you think I'm not sleeping right now? Oh boy, look, now it looks like the guy's got a turtle hand growing out of his head. Well, I think you're all cool with it. We don't know what we're trying to do here. More bang for the buck. Here we go.
Dwayne Perry asks, did you have a character that you hoped to draw when you first started drawing?
Oh, that's an interesting... Yes. Well, when I was a little boy, I loved Popeye and Woody Woodpecker, and that's who I'll draw next, Woody Woodpecker. And Walter Lantz was like my hero. I also really loved the Popeye cartoons, and so I always thought that possibly, as a little boy, I thought, gee, it would be the coolest thing in the world to go to work for Walter Lantz and be one of his guys. And Walter became my mentor when I was 10 years old. And I wrote to him over the years and, shared with him how much his belief in me when I was only 10 years old, how much that meant to me. And shared with him many, many stories and a lot of correspondence. But I never did get to work for Walter. But I draw Woody Woodpecker all the time at cons, and I always have a Woody Woodpecker spoon with me, like one from my childhood. It's not like the real one, but it's one that I bought on eBay or something like that a few years ago. That's one of those 1950s Woody Woodpecker spoons, and I bring that with me on tour. And when people, and when people are flipping through the book and they see Woody Woodpecker, and they go, "Oh, Woody Woodpecker," I get to tell my Walter Lantz story. Anyway, so normally, if you were buying this at a con, this would be $60 with the toy, because I just did $50 worth of drawing, and all of that. But I know that we've got hard times, and folks are doing the very best, and I think I would really like to pitch in. I've been sharing, on virtual tip jars and all of that stuff, and if anybody does want this with the toy, it'll be $40, so you get $20 off, and we'll mail it to you, and you get the toy and the whole 9 yards. $40. So, okay, one more drawing, and then I'll take questions and stuff like that. Here's Woody Woodpecker. I was going to draw a Tinkerbell, but Dwayne asked a question, and now I want to do this. So, okay, I'll have Woody. Let's see, I had Pink Panther looking that way, so I'll have Woody looking this way. See, when I draw, I'm just going to do something here, real quick, watch. So, when I draw, I imagine that there's a ball in my hand, and the ball has latitude and longitude lines, see? And so, I spin that ball in my hand, in my mind, see? I'm like turning it. There's my hand holding it, and there's my thumb turning it. See? Think. I'm going to turn it this way. I'm going to go down that way. I'm going to turn it all the way to the side, that way. And so, watch. So, if I'm looking at a ball completely straight on, this becomes an optical illusion, okay, that it's flat. You see how this looks flat? Because the minute we start turning it, right, we see that the latitude and longitude lines, they have depth, right? There's form. It's a ball. It's like a baseball in our hands, like this. Here, let me get a ball out of here. Okay, so it's a ball, right? Okay, it's a ball. Okay, it's not, okay, and if we took a picture of this, right, okay, it wouldn't look flat because it has shadows and stuff, and we already know we're holding it in our hand. It has weight, okay, it has volume, it takes up space. So when we draw, we think of this, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that, and then another optical illusion is that the eyes are also on a flat plane, you see? Because they're really not, are they? But when we look directly dead on, it looks that way. Now, I'm going to turn it to the side, this way, and so the nose now goes over here, right? Now, if this is where the cheeks are, now, see, I wouldn't draw straight up and down like this. The eyes would, I know, because what happened? See, the eyes are actually on this curve, you see? This is called the magic triangle. Watch. So, for me to place the eyes of this character Globey, you see how that intersects there? It has to intersect there too, see? And this, I don't just go like this, that still looks flat, right? But our lips and everything are muscles, you see? So now we can see all of a sudden that ball, just like it has laces, see, that come out You know, you wouldn't draw a baseball like this and expect it to look perfect. You would have to have the lips on the ball for it to appear to have dimension. See? So, okay, so this is the nose, so I'm going to follow that down. Here, there's the nose. Now, where do the eyes go? Well, if I'm going to intersect oh, and look, I don't have enough room to do his entire mouth closed like that. See, but we do see a lot of the top of his head. See, this time though, we wouldn't see very much of the top of his head. We would see more. Oh, and look, we only see a little part of that eye, you see? Oh, and look at that. Just like the seams on that baseball, things are starting to move. Whenever I draw anything, I think of things in dimension. And I spin them around. And I've been doing it for so long, I do it in my head. And that's fun. By the way, this character, if you just did this to him, I know, right? It's kind of the basis of the things that we do. Okay, let's try. So now you understand. I was saying I'm going to turn him this way, see? Okay, so here we go. And see, this is closer to us, so we see more of that cheek. This is behind the beak. So that's going to come around, touch that. Now, Walter liked to do a thing that we call straight up with the eyes. He liked to have the eyes coming straight up. So I'm going to do that. Okay, here we go. Nah, I'm not thrilled with that. Let's fix that right off of that. Down like that. I've got these thoughts and things in my head for many, many years to change things up that way. Okay, that's a little bit better. Don't quiz me this time. Okay, here we go. You guys enjoying this? I hope so. I hate to think I was just drawing in the dark.
Oh no, they're saying nice things.
Oh, they are?
Oh yeah.
Oh, good. Thank you for not cussing me out, you guys.
Neil wants to know, have you ever written a how-to draw book?
Oh. Well, sort of, kind of. Guess who? About how Walter used to sign his name. Walter was the coolest guy. Okay, now I'll erase this stuff. Anybody wants this one? $15. Set this for $15. And just PayPal us. Okay. I'm going to stop drawing for a little bit. Oh, and, okay, remember this. You can probably shoot a picture of that. You want to sort of study that and stuff. Okay, well, Rich is going to come over here now. And going to... Rich, you want to sit? You don't?
Nope.
Okay. Anyway, guys, well, I haven't been seeing the screen at all. So, what are some of the things that have come up, Rich?
Most people are saying hi. A lot of people, Angela, Neil. I missed somebody from India earlier.
Oh, hi, India. You know, I feel so bad. About 25 years ago, I was invited to come to your university, one of your universities. And I was doing 3 comic strips, daily comic strips at the time, all at the same time. Well, there was Your Angel Speak, which was a painting once a week, Mud Pie and Nightlights, which was every day, and Nancy. And there was no way I could get up, you know, on 3 different things. To come and visit you. I was, you know, offered, you know, like a 3-week stay to teach cartooning, and would have been lovely at one of your universities. But I haven't had a chance to be there yet. But I appreciate the fact that through this social network, you know, that we can reach out, you know, across all these lands. You know, it's wonderful whenever I'm in a foreign country, or really, you know. It's really prevalent in foreign countries. It makes me think, you know, when I was in Dubai and other places, Japan, my artwork has been there for decades before I'm there, so I already have friends. What was
somebody asked what animator influenced you the most when you were starting out.
Oh, okay. Walter Lantz, without a doubt. But the first animator that I actually worked with, I was 2 steps away. What do you call that, the Kevin Bacon thing? 6 degrees.
6 degrees of separation.
Okay, I was 2 degrees of separation from Chuck Jones. As a teenager. I was doing cleanups and stuff, cleanups and tightening and all of that, and wound up working on some backgrounds and stuff for an animator that was working from home as a freelancer. His name was Tony, for Chuck Jones, and I learned an awful lot, and I think that I steal the most from Chuck and Walt Kelly. I have no actual talent or style of my own. We don't. None of us do. We're all a product of all of the people that we love. And it's really funny when you know, when I remember when I went out to Warner Brothers to start working with Robert McKimson's crew. Robert had passed away, of course, like 10 years before that. But Bob, his assistant, was the main guy and the only person at Warner Brothers. They had all, shut down. And this was during the time that they were making the Roadrunner, Bugs Bunny Roadrunner movie. Anyway, I went out to learn how to do the characters and everything, and Bob was like, "Don't chuck it up so much. That's one of Robert's, or that's, or that's one of Fritz's, or whatever." Because I would, just automatically sort of do the chuck thing, on anything. Here, like, I'll show you. Here, quick. So, like, this, by the way, would be like, that cheek would be if Chuck Jones drew Pink Panther. I'll show you what I mean. Here. So, if I was drawing Baby Yoda, that's Chuck Jones, right? Okay, if I'm drawing Baby Yoda, but if I'm drawing Baby Yoda, just regular, or Yoda, whatever, okay, here. Or whomever, I don't know. This just came to mind because of these eyes. Regular cartoon cheeks either go like this or like this. Like this. Oh, it looks more like E.T. But not if I do that. Oh, what did you just do? Wait a minute, I thought that was E.T. What are you doing? I know. Secrets. But if I was going to Chuck Jones it would be like this. Okay. He was a huge influence on me. I remember when I got the job for doing Tom and Jerry, I was thrilled, but then I had to learn how to draw them as the Hanna-Barbera way and the Chuck way, and then figure out a way in between for us to move forward. It's a long time ago. So you see the difference. A little mischievous guy here. And then there's that little thing that I do, and that's the thing that I stole from Mark Kelly. I don't know. The guy has no actual original anything. Two Baby Yodas. Okay. So, that was... Did I answer the question?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So, somebody wants to know who your favorite, or who your character was that you first drew professionally.
Professionally. Well, my first published stuff that I got paid for, let's see. So I inked, I drew and inked a horror cover. I think it was called like Haunted Manor or Mystery Manor or something like that. It was a Charlton thing, Charlton Comics. And they paid me like $10. They were in Derby, Connecticut, and I don't know, I was about 13 or something like that. And anyway, I did it, and then when I saw it printed, I don't know what issue it was or anything like that. But anyway, when I saw it printed, they had put like a whole mess more blood on it. And I guess I messed that up.
What was the most memorable thing you learned from Jim Henson?
Oh gosh, patience. Patience. I'm still learning. Jim was so incredibly patient with me, and I think with everyone. Not only was he, don't forget, besides, being an actor, being a director, all of that, he was also running a huge empire of licensing and of course the babies, was animation and all of that. And, of course he had, David helping, with the financials and Al Gottesman, as his attorney, and Michael Frith, my boss, teaching us kids how to draw. But, Jim not only had this creative vision and was running this huge thing, but he did it without ever raising his voice. And he always got what he wanted in the years that I worked for him. And the way that he got, I think, what he wanted out of us, me, I'll just talk about me, he believed in me. He was the greatest boss. I had no right to be the person that was doing this. This is the Muppets comic strip. This is what I was hired to be. I was hired to be all of the Muppets every day for the whole world. I had no right to be that. I was 23 years old and I auditioned for him for a whole year for free. But Jim believed in me, and so I wanted to be the very best that I could be for him. And so I would jump through any hoop. I created the hoops of fire that I would jump through to make him proud of me. I was so thrilled to be in his universe, in his orbit. And all of us, from the younger puppeteers to the puppet makers to all of the people that worked in the art departments and a publishing department and writing and everything that Jim ever did, all the licensing and everything, we were 1,000 times better as an artist, as a whatever our profession was, and also many, many times better the person for having been with him.
Did any of your artwork for the Muppets ever appear on the Muppet Show sets or props?
Yes. Yes. Well, the Muppet Show was already going, but my artwork, you can see my artwork on the Muppet Celebrate Jim Henson. I'm on that. I'm on many of the compilations that, the cover art and stuff for the babies and of course all of that stuff. And, but it was Jason Segel who put the most of me ever in a Muppet production. When you go watch the Muppet movie that Jason did, was that 2012, I think? I'm everywhere. When Jason and Walter are sitting there in their room, you see all of those props, the lunch boxes, the Muppet Babies lunchbox and the banner from Muppet Show Live and all of that stuff. There's so much of it. I remember reaching out to Jason's people when that was happening, and they told me they were really thrilled, very happy to talk to me, and that was all Jason's own stuff.
Out of all the characters that you draw, which one still remains a challenge?
Ooh, several. Because there are so many characters. And they're all challenging in their own way. Because because it depends on what universe, you happen to be in. Like, I've got to get into that universe. I can't be all Muppety drawing Tom and Jerry or vice versa, right? And once I get into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle mode, I'm in that mode. As far as Muppets, the character that's challenging to me personally is Uncle Deadly, because it's so Michael Frithy. It's like it's the most Michael Frithy to me of all of the Muppets. And so I always feel like Michael's looking over my shoulder when I'm drawing him, and so he's a little bit of a challenge. Believe it or not, though, all characters are challenging, because you want to be able to do the very best that you can, and and I work not only with the shapes and everything, but with the personalities, the head, the the composition, and all of that. So and just when you think you've got it knocked, you will look at a sequence and go, man, does that stink. And so you've really got to kind of stay on it, all the time. And the most challenging thing, I think, in art is to be there in mind and getting that on paper. The challenging part of drawing cartoons is to make them feel like they're alive to the person that's viewing them. And man, that's a real challenge. Because I'm drawing stagnant images, like I am, of animated characters, I want there to be movement. And I want there to be life. And that's the challenge. And I'm still not good at it. I'm just not. Let me take this for a minute, and I want to show you. Here, let me take this for a minute. So I want to show you guys, like around the studio here. These are the guys that I look at. Jack Davis. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, here's Walter. Look at that. Look at this. Look, see? Oh, look at that. Oh, by the way, that was drawn by my son and my daughter together. That's Kermit the Frog chasing a fly. And they were like 3 and 2. There's Walter. There's Dr. Seuss. There's Dr. Seuss. There's a Cable from Jim. Oh, there's Carol. More Walter. Over there. You want to talk about gorgeous art. Look at this. Milton Caniff. This is what I look at every day. You want to talk about humbling? Absolutely ridiculous. And so, there you go. So that's my challenge all the time. And, I try to hang in there, So what else do we got?
Oh, somebody wanted to know whether you prefer to draw cartoon animation or comic strips.
Oh. Both. I like drawing comics because I write them. That's the only difference. A lot of times when if I'm overseeing some animated cartoons, like when I was running Tom and Jerry in the late 80s, or Pink Panther, I was responsible for the look, for the vibe, for putting together a story arc and all of that, but I wasn't, but after I had done the style guides, the turnarounds, the model sheets, and all of that, I turned it over, to directors and stuff like that. We created a story arc with Tom and Jerry Kids, things like that, like with the Muppet Babies as well. The Muppet Babies, I was in on, my concept of what they were going to look like and everything. The basic story arc had already been created. They were babies in a nursery, and so they couldn't go anywhere, so everything was going to come out of their imagination. So then I went with that. And I would draw the books and the coloring books and all of that kind of stuff. But with the Muppets comic strip, of course, I was writing the material too. With Nancy, with Mud Pie, with Angels, with all of that. I was writing the material too. And so it's kind of a tie. One of my absolute favorite things in the world to do is to write and draw children's books, because I get to do all of it. And I'll show you the newest one. The newest one came out last year, and you probably don't have this yet. And if you would like a copy, these are $25, and I will autograph one for you. But this is called Buddha Bear, and you also get this really neat thing that tells you that this is actually printed, made, and everything in Nepal. And for each one of these that gets sold, we give pencils and paper and stuff to children so that they can go to school in Nepal. I really, really, really enjoyed writing this. I worked with Leith and Erica. They had already written like a meditation guide for adults. And so I took most of their meditation guide that they had written for adults, and I created a story and these characters. And so there's a meditation guide. I'm trying to, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Well, I really hope we can be friends. Can I tell you something? I love to travel all over the world. I remember my first adventure, and the world begins. And by the way, this is all on rice paper. And, now that you guys are all sort of, quarantined together and everything, it's probably a really, really cool thing, for parents to do with their kids and grandparents to do with their kids, or for you to just do on your own, color it. There's an entire world of brand new characters. And this was really, really fun, because this is kind of all of it. I get to design the character, write the story, and then it becomes part of your home. So this is one of my absolute favoriteest things to do. When you go through this book, it has meditations for every single day about different, feelings that we have and insecurities, and he meets all kinds of characters. And you can see that there's room for you to write. And there are questions and prompts and things like that for you. And then as you get toward the back of the book, there's even like a maze, and I teach you how to draw Buddha Bear in there. And I leave these pages open for, for you guys to draw, your own characters, your own backgrounds and environments and all that kind of stuff. So.
Next question is, if you didn't do artwork, what would you have done for a living?
Uh, I'd be writing. I'd be writing, and I'd be if I wasn't drawing at all, I'd be writing, and I'd be writing songs too.
Do you have any Star Wars art that's published?
No, I didn't work on Star Wars. The only Star Wars stuff that we did was the Muppet Baby Star Wars stuff.
Angela said she loves her book. She's already colored some of the pages.
Oh, that's great.
And that's the end.
That's the end?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, what time is it? Well, we've been on an hour. Oh, why don't I show you some of the art that we have for sale? Good.
Got these, and you got the books.
Rich. Okay. Oh, before I do that, let's draw Super Grover. Let's draw Super Grover.
Yep.
All right, let's draw Super Grover, and then I'm going to show you some of the art that we have for sale. And by the way, if anybody wants any of these, send me a text, and you can pay me something, and we will get them to you. And let's draw Super Grover. Okay, here we go.
Someone did ask, did you draw any Fraggle Rock?
Yeah, just a little. Yes, lots and lots and lots and lots and lots. When Michael came back from England and was working on the Fraggles, and the characters changed conceptually, their look many times. But Michael was we had just gotten a fax machine, and Michael was faxing me over pictures because he wanted me to start working on Fraggles merchandise. And I remember the very first thing that came through was going to be the Hasbro toys, and I said to Michael, I said, is there anything I can paint before I paint these? Because it's I've never really drawn these guys before I did. And so I wound up being able to do some drawings for a pencil company, and work on the model sheets and stuff like that before I really started painting. Yeah, let's get the perspective right, guy. Okay. Quick Super Grover. Okay, Jill, you get the Super Grover. Here we go. I like to cheat the eyes being bigger. When I'm drawing the characters, the Muppets, I'm always cheating to try to animate them a little bit, because there's so much incredible movement and sound and all of that. And so I try to get flavor of that, into my drawing. That was one of the hardest things when I first started working on the Muppets was, they were so incredibly beautiful and so silly and so wonderful, and how was I ever going to do that in 2 dimensions? I don't know if I ever really succeeded. But I tried like heck, boy. Super cool. he's got a little bit of Marvin the Martian's helmet on too. Guy with no reference. He's a dangerous thing. Warner Brothers and Muppets could collide at any moment. Okay, so what else we got?
That's it.
That's it? Mm-hmm. Oh, and I'm going to show...
You wanted to show artwork.
I want to show artwork, yes. So, guys, the way that this is going to work is, so virtually, you're here at the table. So if you see something that you want, say that you want it. And then we'll hold on to it. And our text phone number is 615-625-8001. Or you can just DM us, okay? That's easy, and you just let us know that you want it. So, I'll show you some of the artwork. Okay, so this is for sale. And it's usually $300, but if you want it, we're knocking things down because I love you guys and I want you to have the stuff that you wanted anyway. But I know we're going through such hard times, and don't feel that you need to buy anything, okay? But if you do want something, I'm here for you.
Amy wants the Super Grover you just did.
Amy does? Okay, Amy, $20. All yours. Oh, and gee whiz, I didn't even finish him. Look what I forgot. There. Ta-da. Thanks, Amy. Okay, I'm writing to Amy on that right now. To Amy. Okay, that's yours. Lovable furry Grover. Okay. So anyway, this is $250. That's usually $300. And let's look at the books. Oh, Pops. Pops. Okay, so you can see it says $60, okay? But, like I said, these are going to be $40. Okay, these are $40. And these have the plastic on them, too. And so we've got Kermit the Frog, Captain America. We do PayPal. Okay, and that's GuyGilchristMusic@gmail.com. GuyGilchristMusic@gmail.com. And a lot of you guys, I know, already have that. You've been incredibly wonderful over the years. Okay, so we've got that. I really like this a lot. It's a Mickey Pop, you can say. And it's got Mickey and Kermit on it, so you get a ton of drawing on this. And again, this is like $65 usually, but it'll be $40 if you want it. I only have one of these. The other one we sold at our very last appearance, which was in Knoxville. My last two appearances in Knoxville and Clarksville were absolutely amazing. You know, the outbreak had already started, but you guys were coming out. We had no idea how things were going to go, and it was amazing. And to think that that was like 8 days ago that I was in Knoxville. Anyway, so we have that. We have a Gobo. And see, there's the toy, and there's Gobo. And a Doozer, and I think we have two of these. But they'll both be different because they're always different. But I do think we have two of these. Mm-hmm. And then
two Captain Americas.
We have two Captain Americas. Thanks, Rich. And then there's only one. Dun 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 dun. Bat Gunzo. Got a Batman. The Adam West Batman. And that would be $40 as well. Okay, so we got those. And guys, just say, hey, I want that, like Amy did. And Rich is telling me. And if you get any questions or anything, Rich, just let me know, okay? All right, so let's look at artwork. Oh, before we do, so we do have a special on prints. And by the way, I am selling some of the original Muppets art from the 1980s. And it has these will be thoroughly authenticated. These are the originals of the strips that were in every newspaper in the world way back then. And if you're interested, you can reach out to me, and we can go from there. We also, this is as I'm just going through this pile, we also have some Nancy strips. Two originals, and if you're interested in a Nancy strip, you can reach out to me, and we'll see what we can do for you. Then we've had a special that's up with the new prints, and we've added one to that mix. So we have the Muffles, and Amy was the one that got the original on this. And then we also have this, which is the Wizard of Oz, and I did this for the cover of a comic book that'll be coming out soon. And so you can get any four of these posters for $85 instead of them being $30 each. Okay, so that's a heck of a savings there. Anyway, these are the posters. Oh, with every time you get, so if you order 4, we'll give you a free one. This was the Miss Piggy and Kermit. You'll get this one free with everything that you order as far as the 4-pack of stuff. We'll send you that one. Okay, that was, we did that in January, and that was an awfully fun con that we did in Laredo. This is also in the special, and by the way, if you just want to get 2 posters instead of 1, you can tell us. Instead of 4. You'll still get one of these for free, and the 2 posters will be $50, and that'll be including the postage, okay? And you'll just tell us which ones of these you want. So you saw the Muppet Babies, the Dark Crystal, the Baby Yoda, Love from 117 East 69th Street. This is in the basement of the brownstone that I used to get to work. Okay? And when you see the picture on the banner back there of me and the gang, that's where that picture was shot. And those files right in the back. Like that. And we only have 4 posters left. Oh, 5. Okay. We only have 5 of these. So we'll include this for the first 5 orders, but then we're up. Okay? We still have the 8.5 by 11s of it, but we only have 5 posters left. Okay, so Rainbow Connection would be in there. So you can pick any 4 of what I've just shown you as far as posters, and it would be $85. And that includes the shipping and all of that stuff. And shipping right now is a little bit tough. We have been ordering the shipping supplies and stuff, and we're still waiting on them. But we did get everything out from the last several shows. Have gotten out to all of you guys. Been doing commissions like crazy. And anyway, so here's some art, and all of this is for sale, and I'm gonna knock like $10 off of every single thing you see here. So whatever I say, okay, just take $10 off, okay? And this will include the shipping. Here we go. Okay, so we got a Tinkerbell, and that's $150, but if you want it, it'll be $140. By the way, all shipping will be free. Okay? You got a Santa Mickey, and that's 90, but it'll be 80. See, so just take $10 off everything as we go through. Oh, man. So, yeah, here's a Lady and the Tramp. And they did, and some really nice paper. And that's $250, but I'll tell you what. I'll do $225. Okay? If you want that. It's on really nice paper. And sign it to your sweetie. Or your dog. And in my case, he's both. Anyway, so this would be 80 now. And Cowabunga Dude. And we've got nice April, and that's 125, but I'll do it $100. $100, we have April. Okay? We can't have April. Not allowed to even say that. This is 200, so I was at 175. And if you wanted it in color like this, it would be 275. You see that it's usually 300. Okay, in color. And these are going to be $75 each, so I'm knocking $25 off them. Turtles. All those turtles. And then 25 off of this. This is a nice color one. So this would be 175. That's the cheapest ever for that. See, these are really nice paper too. You guys probably already know all that. I get to meet so many of you guys. Okay, this would be 125, so 115 for that April. Only $80 for him. 65 for Wile E. Coyote. I should probably draw a Wile E. Coyote. Man, I've been drawing a lot of stuff tonight, answering a lot of questions. This would be 65. There's a Taz. And I know that Trisha is waiting on a color Taz, and I'll be showing that to you pretty soon. Oh, this would only be $55. There's color bugs. And I said all of it, so this $40 head sketch would only be $30. Bugs. There's another color bugs. There's a Jiminy Cricket. That would only be $40. This would be $55. Oh, here's Woody. That would only be $65.
Angela said she'll be getting the comic book.
Oh,
I think
good.
she means the Buddha Bear.
Oh, cool. That's wonderful. Okay, and Angela, you can, that be 25, and I will draw a Buddha Bear on there for you, okay, and put your name in it, or whoever. And this is usually 200, but I do 175. That's a full color. This, we're going to keep at $1,000. This is the Red Sox. Oh, you want me to take $10 off, you Yankee fan? I love this picture. I don't care if I have to sell it. Don't probably keep it in here forever. That's 50. And then we've got about, that's 65. That's a good deal there. Oh, this would only be 40. Donald. $50 for that. Gee whiz, $25 and you get Jerry? Where's Tom? I guess we sold Tom.
That price I can't imagine.
Yeah, right? And these are all like, $35 and $40. The turtles. And you can write to me and say, yes, I want that, I want that, I want that. Oh, we got a Sam. $20, because I said $10 off, so okay.
Mm-hmm.
The Sam for $20. There's Turtle for $20. Well, tell me you want it. And that's, okay, so that's that book. Yep. Okay. And then we'll go into this book. And this is Muppets. Okay. So here's Rainbow Connection drawing. And it's 60, so it would be only $50. Kermit Rainbow Connection. Color headshot. And then we've got 110 for this of Beaker having some trust issues with Bunsen Honeydew. We'll just say 50 on this. It's $65. This is Baby Kermit. May all your dreams come true. Now, this is a black and white so far. Well, sepia and white. Of Kermit playing the banjo. And I can, and it's $150, and I'll make it $140. And you can have him singing any song that you would like. Now, if you would like for it to be in color, I'll just say it would be $250. It's usually $275. And so the color would look something like this. And in this particular case, you know, we had the Life's Like a Movie, write your own ending, keep believing, keep pretending you know just what we set out to do. But you can get it in color, or you can have it that, and you can have it, you know, be the Rainbow Connection, or It's Not Easy Being Green, or whatever song of Kermit's you like the most. And this would be $115, so it's $125. And that's the gang. Wow, this would be $115. This is the original from that poster that I showed you earlier of Kermit as George Washington. And then we have $150 for the pair here, so I'll just say $125 for the pair. It's Jen and Kara. A nice pair of colored head sketches for the dark crystal. So I'll just say that's $125. You can have both of them. Okay. And here's an animal. That's usually $75. We'll just say it's $65. Oh, and here's a Miss Piggy holding her little Kermit doll. Baby Piggy. We'll just say that's $55. And you know how to reach out to us, right? Just DM or send us a text at 615-625-8001. Tell us that you want it, and it's yours. We have the Do Not Disturb on right now because we don't want to get phone calls and stuff and interrupt the feed, but we respond very quickly afterward. Okay, this is 80. Oh, bork, bork, borky, the chicken soup. I don't know if he thinks he's Swedish or Italian in this one. I'm really not sure. But we'll say that's 70. Oh, Sweetums. I love drawing Sweetums. I didn't know I had this one in there. And it's $100, so that would be 90. And here's a Baby Fozzie, which would be 70. Oh, you're all weirdos. Sam, the original isolationist. He's always in quarantine because of his personality, you know. So that'd be 70. Oh, here's a color. This has already been marked down to 40. Good going, guy. Full color Beaker. Trust issues. So this would be marked down way. Wow. Wowee. Yeah, I marked that way down because it's not Christmas. But it would be for somebody, and it will be this year. So that would be 60. And this would be 40. There's a red with a little doozer. Oh, so this would be $100. There's a Ludo. What color Ludo there? Ludo from Labyrinth. I don't know what was there. Oh, and we have Rain, indeed, from Dark Crystal, Age of Resistance. And I'll do the same thing. It'd be $125 for the pair. These are normally $80 each, so that's a really good deal if you want those. And this is $140, but I'll do $110 for the pair. There's our pals again, Kira and Jen. This is the one with just the brown line. And we've got more brown line. More drum, more drum, more drum. That would be 80. Oh, $30 here. Be kind to everyone always. There's only $30 now. And this is 60. Waka Waka Color Fuzzy. And 65 for a kindness always. Kermit in color. Moving a wildflower. And we've got a $35 head sketch. Of course, you can always get head sketches from us, and they're normally $40. You know, but and we did a whole ton of those for tornado relief and all of that. You can always write to me, and you know, the head sketches are normally, you know, $40 each. But I'll do like 3 for $100. It's sort of like a buy 2 get 1 free or something like that. And we'll do head sketches for you, okay? So 3 head sketches would be like that. You know, you get 3 head sketches. There's a baby Gonzo. Oh, here's one here's a $60 in color. Wow, that's super cheap. Oh, that's right, we're being nice. We never do that. We're never nice. We're being nice. Listen, I love you guys, and I feel, you know, I feel helpless, you know, to help. You know, my thing is always making you happy. That's like my thing, you know. It's like it makes me really, really happy when you're happy. And I can't do much for you except this. Yeah, I can draw you pictures, and we can have a chat, and I can tell you stories. That's all I can do till we can come out again. Okay, so we have that. Oh, here's a head sketch of Piggy. Oh, there's a nice one, $50. That's super cheap. Oh, and there's a lips. You can have that for like $20 if you want. And this one, $50 for that color baby Gonzo. $25 because it's in there, and I said $10 off. Okay. But remember, you can get head sketches and stuff. Oh, and be 30 for the count. And any Dodger fans out there, man, I'm missing baseball. I am missing baseball. That'd be 80. Oh, and that's it. But again, you know, you guys know that I'm doing head sketches, and we're doing lots and lots and lots of commissions, and I'm trying to get all of your stuff done. Hey, Rich, if you'll focus on this for a minute, I'm going to go get something and show them something. This is crazy. So get this, you guys. Here. So this is just a little bit of what I've done over the last couple of days. Here, come on over here. It'll be upside down if you don't. So, yeah. So I've been drawing. There's a guy named Frank who's a fantastic customer of mine. He's in Texas, and I think that he has around, and I'm not exaggerating here, I believe he has about 800 painted on pops from me. It's absolutely astounding. And there's a woman also and another guy that have about 500 each. But Frank is outdistancing them all. And anyway, he'll send me not only my characters, but also Disney characters and anybody that he would like me to draw. And so I wind up doing a lot of fan art, you know, because I haven't drawn some of these characters, you know, and it becomes really a challenge to do. I have a blast doing it, and when you order this many, of course, you get a discount. Because you know it's normally like $50 for me to do a full color thing on the pop, but in these times when you know I know that there's a lot of you guys that collect pops and you've been wanting me to, you know, every time I'm at a show, man, you know, you guys get there right at when the doors open on Friday or Saturday, whatever it may be, you know, with a lot of pops to get painted on. So during this time, if you have pops that you want me to paint on, be like Frank. you can mail them to me. So send me a direct message, and over 12 or something, I'll give you a nice discount. And I'll just show you some of the ones that we did this weekend. So, Guy learned how to draw Belle and the Beast in different outfits. Well, sad Beast there. This was so fun. He has a family and everything, and he gives these out as Christmas gifts and all kinds of things. There's Jasmine. Aladdin is Prince Ali. Oh, the evil Jafar. There's Genie. There's Aladdin. A couple of genies. Robin was so great. He was so great. Oh, there's Abu as the elephant. Remember when he does a spell when he becomes the elephant? There's Raja. Abu. Iago. My friend Gilbert. There's Jasmine. Another outfit. There's Jasmine in another outfit. Oh, what do we got here? Oh, Rafiki. Did a couple of them.
Wow.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I did these last night. Here's Zazu. All the different ones. Fun stuff, man. I like to draw them. Here's a lot of fun. There's a couple of Simbas. These are really fun. Oh, here's some more Belle. And, I just kind of kept doing different, poses and stuff. Google Images is amazing. I mean, they just show you all of this cool stuff, and then all I have to do is figure out how to draw it and not really mess it up royal on your plastic without ever doing it before. Oh, that's when being 63 and having around 150,000 drawings under your belt kind of helps out a little bit. Hey, Roger Rabbit. I've drawn him before. Oh, my friend Boo, Mary Gibbs. Oh, here's a few people I wasn't too
familiar with.
Yeah, I was only really nervous, about working on these. I've done so many Ariels, and she's just so fun. It's always different.
Yeah, those are very different from the other ones you did earlier.
Yeah. Well, it really kind of depends on, just the day and kind of how I'm feeling. Oh, and I grabbed that's Peppermint Patty. I did all of the Peanuts characters, but anyway, I just wanted to sort of show you some of the stuff that I've been doing, and we do have that service. So, and also, you can also buy the pops at guyspops.com. Jerry's there. He mails them out to you. There should be quite a good selection, 30 or 40 or something like that, on the site right now. And of course, these aren't on the site. I don't know what is, but someone wrote to me earlier this morning saying that they had found a Dragon Ball Z beaker or something that I had done. Anyway, because I do all kinds of wacky stuff. They're on the website. You've got the Jim Henson, pops with Kermit and Ernie too. And there's probably some Disney stuff. I'm not sure what's there. But I wanted really badly to be able to say hi, tell you that I miss you, that I miss this. We set this whole thing up, right in my studio, so that you'd feel like you were at a con, and I hope that we succeeded. Rich worked real hard on it. I want you to know that every single one of you and everyone on the planet Earth, you're in my prayers, whether I know you or I don't. I love you. This has been devastating over in Europe. I don't know what's to come. We have friends that are infected who've gotten this. We don't know. We don't know. But we have gotten through many things before. I remember the isolation of 9/11 very, very clearly. And the fright. And the coming together. And the doing for each other. I start every day with prayers of thanksgiving and thanking God for taking care of the idiot, you know. That's kind of what I always pray. I didn't have a plan. You know the old saying anyway, right? Man plans and God laughs. I know who the movie director is of my life. And he's up in heaven and I don't know what's going to happen. So I pray to him every morning and I thank him for everything that I have. And that includes all of you who I've touched in some way. And please know that you've touched me. With your love, with your kindness, with your support, with your reading my stuff, seeing my stuff, watching my stuff over all the years. Or in person. And we'll do that again. In the meantime, I love you very much. Feel free to reach out, if you want to get anything. And please know that you are in my thoughts and in my prayers. We're all going to pull through this. Here, let me do this. I hope this is in tune. I hope this is in tune. I tuned it yesterday, and if it's not, oh well. Let's see. What do we got? Oh, that's... Well, I'm a traveling man, made a lot of stops all over the world. Not anymore. Ha ha ha! Okay. Someday we'll find the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and you too. You too. I love you guys.